It's like, yo, you got ugly, but you don't see me saying that to you.
Yeah, I keep that to myself.
It's like, yo, we could be real, but...
Yeah.
Hey, everyone, I'm Tracy.
I'm Anne.
And this is Beyond the Plot. What is
Stop laughing.
Stop doing that. What is up, you guys? Welcome back to Beyond the Plot. Today, I think we're going to talk about Millennials, Gen Zs. I was going to say Gen V, but I think that's a show.
Gen V is a show.
Or is it an actual generation as well? Someone let me know.
Yeah.
I have no
We're
idea
gonna
what I'm
fact
talking
check
about.
that.
Anyway, Millennials, right? Gen V.
Millennial.
Gen V.
Just stop saying Gen V. I think it is a show though. Isn't it like the spin-off of The Boys?
It is the spin-off of The Boys.
Yeah,
That's
Gen V.
what it is. I'm sorry, no.
So Gen Z.
Gen Zs, yeah.
Are you a millennial?
I am a millennial.
Yeah, so I am a millennial too.
Mm-hmm.
But on the cusp, I think. So slightly Gen Z, I'm more millennial, I think. I don't know.
Actually a millennial, but...
Gen Z tendencies. Yeah.
So I saw this thing on TikTok. Now it's my turn to be seeing things on TikTok.
Yeah.
The millennial heart versus the Gen Z heart, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, what do you think is the better heart?
Well, the better heart is obviously this. Oh,
Yeah,
shit.
because that's
That.
cute.
Yeah.
That's like,
It's like-
oh, adorable. Yeah, like a heart, right?
Yeah, this one's awkward.
Yeah. Some like arthritis
Yeah.
hands.
Yeah.
Oh, can I say that? Some like, yo, are your hands okay? Like,
Are your hands okay?
they look a little messed up.
Are you trying to do like gang sign? Like,
See, I'm not a Gen Z, dude. Oh,
you were almost there.
I did this.
Why is it both? Why is it both like this? The middle fingers are straight, and then this is curved.
I can't do it.
Yes, you can.
Is that right?
No, straight middle fingers. Okay, do this. Okay, you do. Yeah, and then put it together. Yeah, better. There we go.
Oh, there you go. Yeah, it's so much effort. You know how they say, right, that millennials, okay, I don't know who said it, I don't know who first started it, and I don't know the millennial who believed it, and the Gen Z guy, he's the one who started it.
Who's the Gen Z guy?
The one who looks really old. Or, sorry,
Oh.
not really old, but looks older.
Yeah, and he actually pointed it out.
Yeah.
He was like, I'm actually not a millennial, I'm Gen Z. And I was like, no way. No way you're Gen Z. But then also, I don't know, I can't be so sure.
And I also saw another video that said millennials are the first generation to be less well off than their parents. And that's sad.
It is sad.
Because I guess it
The
was like our
economy sucks.
grandparents and our parents were better off. And then us, it was just like,
Yeah. I did see that though. But then I think he was talking about housing in the States.
I mean, yeah, for sure. But then also generally, it does make
Yeah,
sense.
Generally, definitely.
I also think that's because our parents were born like in a time where they weren't as like strict with their kids as their parents. The kids that were raised in this generation, like the millennials, were all kind of similar also based on the way that like their parents raised them. You know what I mean? Because like back in like way back then, our grandparents would have raised our parents in a way that was like super, super strict. And it's like, you got to do this, you got to go to school, you got to do this. But with us, our parents were more like, you know, do what you want, what
Yeah.
makes you happy. Like,
They're more relaxed
Yeah.
with how they bring us up.
so do you think in a way that is the reason why some millennials still act like they're still kind of young, or also just like the Gen Z?
Yeah, for sure.
Speaking of one millennial,
Yeah.
Taylor Swift.
The controversy in the past couple of days.
You were telling me about that.
Yeah, because of the Grammys. Did
I
you
haven't
see
even
it?
seen
though?
that. No.
It's just a lot of stuff about her on TikTok where people are shitting on her for, again with the shitting, people are hating on her
Yeah.
because of how she was behaving at the Grammys. Apparently she was acting funny and like, apparently she brought Lana Del Rey, or she treated Lana Del Rey as her accessory for the night.
Okay.
Like she brought her around and she's like always asking her like, hey, are you okay? Like, here, come with me. Come on, follow me. Like, you know, stuff like that.
Uh-huh.
Other people are saying that's just girlhood. Other people
Okay.
are saying that it's kind of like as if Lana's never been to a Grammys before. You know,
Like she needed Taylor Swift. to-
yeah. But then
Yeah.
that's the thing. They worked on Taylor's new album together.
Oh, did they?
Yeah.
Oh.
Lana produced.
Oh.
Yeah, she helped produce the album.
I did not know that.
I just found out also. And like I saw comments and whatever. And then yeah, apparently she co-produced or helped produce it. And
Interesting.
but yeah, people are bashing her for that and how apparently when she won Album of the Year, I think Celine Dion was the one who gave her the Grammy. And apparently she didn't really acknowledge Celine Dion on stage.
I saw that, but then I saw that video.
Yeah.
But then that one I didn't think anything of it.
Yeah.
I just thought like, oh, okay, I mean,
I think, yeah, she was very, you know, like when she won her 4th Album of the Year Grammy, like in her life. And that's a historic feat because no one has ever done that before.
Dude, I would go
understandably, crazy. Yeah, understandably, you'd have a lot of adrenaline, right? And like you would maybe not even notice certain people around you. I think, yeah, she saw Celine Dion backstage and whatever.
They had a photo together.
Yeah, they had a photo together.
Nothing wrong.
I'll give her that she was just having an adrenaline rush and just doing things.
Yeah.
Because she fucking won a Grammy. Mm-hmm. Her 4th Album of the Year.
Although the Lana Del Rey thing is a little weird.
It is weird how she brought her on stage. For me, if I was Lana Del Rey.
Yeah.
And like, yes, I helped you produce the album. But then she was in the same category as Taylor Swift for Album of the Year.
Oh, was she?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So she just lost to Taylor Swift.
Wait, this year?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
I'm so confused. I'm more confused.
That's why. It was Lana. Lana did a lot this year. She was nominated. Yeah, music stuff.
Lana did a lot of...
Anyway. Yeah, she did a lot of... So, because she just lost to Taylor Swift, I don't know if I was Lana, I don't know if I would like to be pulled on stage.
Right.
And be there while someone who I lost to was accepting the speech. But then, you know, like, I guess it's different. I know people like handle it differently. But if I was her, I don't know if I would really enjoy that.
Would want that, yeah. But I also think that we're neither Taylor Swift or Lana Del Rey.
Exactly.
So we don't know how they felt too. Who knows? What if Lana Del Rey did want to go on?
Yeah. And also, when Taylor was on stage, I think I heard that she acknowledged Lana and she was saying, like, she's a legend in her own way.
Okay.
Yeah, she was saying that too. So I was like, oh, okay. Well, but then still, she's just standing there like...
Could have also been her awkwardness.
Yeah, I guess.
Like a combination of both.
Yeah.
But I think people also like to hate on Taylor Swift.
A lot of people do.
When you're that famous, when you're that rich, people are going to hate you.
Yeah. You can't please everyone. No matter how famous you are.
Or how unfamous.
Yeah.
Someone's always like going to be a hater.
Sorry. I'm losing my thoughts.
I'm losing my mind. But I mean,
I've lost it.
Anyway, enough about those two
You can do it. You can say the word.
Enough with those two millennials. I think, honestly, people talk about Taylor Swift enough.
Yeah.
She doesn't really need more coverage.
True. We're just going to make her more famous.
I love her, though. I love Taylor Swift. I like Taylor Swift. No hate at all. Mm-hmm. I don't agree with everything she does, but I actually like her.
I can't say that I love her. I used to listen to her more before.
Yeah.
Now, no.
Oh, definitely. Same.
I don't listen to her anymore.
Actually.
Yeah. Like, I didn't even know the title of her newest album that she won for.
Okay, sorry, correction. I like Taylor Swift.
So you do know.
I don't love her, I guess, but yeah, I don't hate her at all. I like her because I don't know her new album. I don't know her songs, her new songs.
Maybe just a couple, but that's it. Anyways, moving on because we're not talking about her anymore. Millennials.
Gen Zs.
Living the same lives, kind of.
Parallel lives, yeah.
Yeah. We're all kind of raised, maybe not entirely the same, but very similar.
Right.
Like, I think that guy was talking about it in his video.
Yeah.
Where he was saying that usually or normally, or probably what the older generations experienced was, we go to school and then college, and then after that we get a job, have the house, you know, live that life. Yeah, have the
go
kids,
on with
live
that life. Yeah.
But then for us, it's not entirely, maybe not for everyone, it's not the way we live. Like, we're basically in our mid to late 20s, some 30.
Kind of like that thing where they said half of the people we know are either getting married, having kids, doing that whole thing. The other half are like
not
still doing the same things we were doing when we were 20 or something.
Yeah.
You know?
That's basically me. I mean...
Me too.
Yeah, both of us.
What I do? Play video games, making this podcast.
Yeah. Well, shit. I work today. But then again, like...
Irresponsible. I
could
use a little bit of that, honestly.
I'm pretty responsible, I think. but also
I think you're
not.
responsible.
But also not. I don't know. It's like I'm very like conflicted. It's like I want to be responsible, but also I can't at some points.
I get that.
Yeah, it's like I'm not always responsible, but then I do what I can, I guess, to I don't know, feel good about what I'm doing or like
Yeah.
how I'm living or whatever. Because I don't know, like I guess that's also a thing with millennials. Like they think that they should be doing this at this point of their lives, which I never believed in. Like I think there have been many people in my life who have been saying, oh, you're at this age now, you should do this, you should do
Right.
that. But then for me, it was always like, why can't I just do it my way or
Yeah.
like do it on my own timeline? Like,
Exactly.
well,
I was gonna say that exactly.
yeah, like I won't really listen to them. I mean, like, of course, I'm only human. I'll also listen kind of to what they
course.
say and then compare myself this and that here and there.
You can't help it.
Yeah, you can't help it. But then also in my core, I believe that I should just be doing it on my own time because we don't live the same lives.
Yeah.
What you went through is not what I went through, and what I'm going to be doing is not what you're going to be doing.
Or the problems you have different from everyone else's too.
Exactly.
So it's like you don't know what I'm doing. Don't tell me what to do with my life.
Exactly that.
Yeah, I think people honestly need to stop telling people how to live their lives. Think about your own life, and I'll think about mine.
Yeah. I think there was this TikTok that I saw. TikTok again.
Always with a TikTok.
Always. It's so good. It's my favorite app. It's so good. Or one of my favorite apps.
Heard it here first. Anne's favorite app, TikTok.
Yeah, I love the TikTok. To TikTok. That's so. No, I love to TikTok.
Oh, I was like,
I love the TikTok. Oh.
The Facebook.
What am I, a boomer? No, I'm not a boomer.
Boomer.
But yeah, I love the TikTok. That's a very, I think, millennial thing to say.
Is that what they say to TikTok?
I have no fucking clue,
Oh,
to be honest.
I don't either.
I love to go on TikTok and like see these all kinds of random videos.
Browse and shit.
One of them was this girl explaining how when you're comparing yourself to someone, put it this way. Like, let's say you're running a marathon. You're in your spot. There's people in front of you. There's people behind you. What you see are only the people in front of you. So, of course, you're going to compare yourself to them. But you're not going to compare yourself to the people who are behind you. And I guess, I forgot what her point was.
I get you. It's almost like when you're running, relative to that person, I'm slower. But then also to the people behind me, I'm faster. And I think it depends on where you are in life. And you can't help but also compare yourself.
Definitely.
Where it's like, oh, because I see them and they're fast, I must be slow. But you also have no idea that to someone else, you're so much faster than them. And that person's faster than the person behind them. I might, right? You know what I mean?
I know what you mean. See, it's kind of hard to...
It almost kind of brings it back to your perspective. Because it's
all
always
about
like the grass is
perspective.
always greener on the other side.
Yeah.
I mean, that's what they say, right?
But is it though?
Shit,
The
if
grass is what you make it. I don't know.
the grass is whether or not you water it or not.
Yeah.
If it's artificial or not. Do you have a gardener or not? I don't have grass. It's like concrete here, all concrete.
jungle.
Yeah.
I have
Where the
plants, no
trees are
grass, just
big.
plants. Ah, where were we?
Where were we?
Ah, marathon, grass. So yeah.
Sorry. 'Cause I don't-
Anyway,
that's actually also Einstein's theory of relativity.
Oh,
if
yeah?
you think about it. I think so.
yeah, you're right.
Like when you're moving in a car and then the car looks like it's
Moving fast
slow,
or slow.
but then it's because you're also just going as fast. I wasn't gonna say it, but theory of relativity, but sorry. Something that's just in numbers, but there's so much meaning and depth to it.
Yeah, and it's like applicable to
Yeah,
not
applicable
only
life.
math,
Yeah.
but life.
But I think that so much of math is actually so applicable in life. But let's not get into that.
Have you ever seen that movie, A Beautiful Mind?
I have, but it was so long ago, I don't remember it.
It's really good. I can't really remember everything also, but I remember it being really, really beautiful.
I remember it when I really need to take notes and I don't have a whiteboard. I don't want to use paper, but I need to like see it big. I write on my glass and I'm like, I just beautiful minded this like, yeah, right there.
It's beautiful minding this podcast.
Like I gotta like see it bigger. I'm just
Yeah.
like writing on my glass.
That's so good though. You know, that's one of the things that I really wanted. And this is so off topic, but writing on something big, you know, I've seen those things in kitchens where it's like a giant roll. It looks like tissue paper.
Oh my God.
But it's not
Yes,
tissue
like
paper.
craft paper,
Yeah.
but not- oh
and
my
then you just
God.
write on it and then you just like tear it when you're done. Like I've always wanted one of
Me
those.
too.
We
No,
should
I'm
have,
sorry. I'm freaking out because I've always wanted that.
We should have those. in
Dude,
our
we
houses.
should.
I really want one.
It's like on a little like spool.
Yeah.
Like, oh my god,
It
yes.
really looks like
Yes,
tissue
dude.
paper. Or sorry. It really looks like paper towels
Yeah, like-
in a roll.
But then like really high up.
and
Yeah.
wider and bigger. Oh, it's the best thing. And then you just have the pen there on the side. Like, I want one. See?
Dude, I have
This is why
no
we're
words because
friends.
I'm like, yes.
Yeah,
That's,
this
I
is
really
why we're
want, dude.
friends.
I have so many pictures of that on my phone.
Me too, and my Pinterest.
So many.
I know.
Different ones. Ones where like the paper's brown,
Yeah,
white.
that's the one I was thinking of,
Yeah.
the brown one. Oh, beautiful. It's
So
just one of those
nice.
impractical. It's not really
Yeah.
impractical, is it?
Kind of a waste.
A little bit, yeah.
It's
Actually.
like, oh, I'm gonna rip this off.
What if it's recycled paper?
I mean, could be, but have you seen what recycled paper actually looks like?
Isn't it like hard?
I think
And
it's like hard
thick,
to
and it won't-
see the print on it.
Yeah. But
I
I'm
mean, I
sure
guess.
people have innovated
For sure.
and
for
like
sure.
have made recycled paper that's actually
Oh.
good.
But imagine if we could do something where the concept of it is still that like craft paper, but it's almost like a thin sheet of plastic. So you don't rip it off. It's almost like you can like, it's like a
Oh.
whiteboard, but it
But then
rolls
what's the
out.
point of?
I don't know, because it looks cool.
Because the whole point of the craft paper
Is
was
that
to
it's
pull it
paper.
out, and like if you need to bring it somewhere.
Yeah, that's
Imagine
true.
rolling up to the grocery, and your list is like a scroll. Like, what do I have to buy today?
I mean, that's what's going to happen if you have like,
That's me and you in the grocery.
biggest roll.
Like, Trace, let's go to the grocery today. Bring your list up. It's like this big.
it's like,
Ah.
yo, help me out.
Eggs, milk, like the usual. Hear ye, hear ye. So
Dude, I always do stuff like that. Like to my family. Like I'll burst.
me too.
I'll just open the door and I'll just go Tracy of the. Like I'll introduce myself.
Tracy of the House Garcia.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
So I was like, yo, that's how they do it, right? My family looks at me like,
What the heck?
this weirdo. Fuck, how did we even get there?
See?
Oh, craft paper.
How did we get to craft paper?
Damn, I don't know. Beautiful mind.
Yeah.
Whiteboard.
Writing on a
Yeah, writing on a whiteboard.
Yeah.
Have you ever seen Beautiful Mind?
yeah. Okay, see? We get so like and I said this is so off topic, but
Yeah.
right, okay.
Oh, you know something else I saw? Did you see that thing where Julia Roberts posted something on Instagram or TikTok? Oh, probably
No.
Instagram.
No.
So Julia Roberts posted a photo of her and her niece, Emma Roberts.
Yeah.
It was like they just both woke up. She had slept over at Julia Roberts' house. They were having like breakfast and just like playing a little card game. And she thought of it as like a really sweet moment between her and her niece. And she loved it. So she posted the picture and Emma Roberts reposted it. When Emma Roberts reposted it, people commented like, oh my God, like Julia Roberts looks terrible, blah, blah, blah. She did not age well. She looks like, shit. Like, why would you even post this? And Julia Roberts said, like, I was so hurt by that. Like, I'm not a young person. I can only imagine how the 15-year-olds or the 16-year-olds feel when
People
like
say
they
that
post a
about
picture
them.
and someone says shit or like someone hates on them or insults them.
Yeah.
Because, dude, at any age, it doesn't feel good.
At all.
Yeah. So Julia Roberts was kind of saying that she kind of got a glimpse of what it was like to be young at this age.
Yeah, like from
Yeah.
a different perspective of hers. Like she put herself in a younger person's shoes. It's not nice.
Dude,
like
not at all.
to comment on how somebody looks in any situation is not like nobody is asking for that.
Seriously, what is that, guys? We need a poll. Like,
yeah. I think it's ice cream. I don't know.
I
But
think
I know
a
it's not.
church.
I know. I just want it
I
to be
know
ice
it's
cream.
not the church anymore, but what do you think it is?
Yeah. It's gone now. But then where was I?
Always with that bell.
Yeah.
That bell always throws us off.
I was trying to make a good point and then the bell rings. Anyway, it's not good to comment on people's appearance. I mean, I don't know whether it be like a good thing or a bad thing. Like no one really asked.
Doesn't feel good either way. Whether
Yeah.
you're old, young, for people to insult the way you look, to comment about the way you look,
Yeah.
to comment about how people look in general, I think.
Yeah. And unsolicited also. Like some of these opinions are like, I didn't even really ask.
And sometimes from like the most random people. It's
Exactly.
like, I don't even know you.
You don't know who I am. Like, what gives you the right to comment on my appearance.
I guess kind of like what we talked about in the first episode, that because for me it also depends, I guess, who's saying it. If it's like my friends, I don't really care so much.
Yeah.
Because it's like these people know me.
Yeah.
But if it's like someone that I'm not close to, someone that I barely know, or a stranger, even worse, a stranger, it's like, wow, who are you to make comments like this when do you see me making comments about you?
Exactly. Nobody really asked.
It's such a typical thing too, diba? Like in the Philippine culture, to just like see people, like relatives in like gatherings, and for people to be like, oh,
Yeah.
you got fat.
Yeah.
It's like, yo, you got ugly, but you don't see me saying that to you.
Yeah, I keep that to myself.
It's like, yo, we could be real, but
Yeah. And it's so toxic how your family members, or I don't know, whoever, say stuff about how you look. Like, can we just not go there? Can we just talk about different things? Like, I don't want to talk about how I look. Like, okay, yeah, I know I gained some weight. Like, you don't have to say anything about it. Like, you got old.
yeah.
You look like shit.
Yeah,
I'm
like
just
you
kidding.
gained some wrinkles. But
Yeah, yeah. Aging, fluctuating weight, that's all normal. Like, that's so human of you. Like, wow, congratulations. Like, you don't have to be looking a certain way
Yeah.
at a certain age.
Right.
Or, like, you don't have to stay this weight just because you're at this age. Or, like, you don't have to do that.
Yeah, I think
It's-
everything on your own, your own timeline, your own terms, all that stuff.
Yeah.
But on that note, do you think that a lot of the millennials, a lot of people in our age group, we're kind of still like that? Do you think, though, that the Gen Zs are trying to do things differently, where they feel like they've learned from that, which is why, you know how a lot of Gen Z shows a little too woke, you know what I mean? Sometimes a little in a bad way, sometimes where it's like, okay, I get that, trying to spread awareness, but also sometimes it makes it that it's like, all right, a little
It's-
too woke.
I think the
That-
term is reaching.
yeah. So, but yeah, what do you think about that? Do you think Gen Z as a generation is like less judgmental, or do you think that on the surface they just appear less judgmental, but honestly could be just as judgmental on the inside?
Oh, I think they're just as judgmental. I mean, this might be controversial, but I think that Gen Zs, as much as they think their wokeness is, I don't know,
Real?
that it's really just, you're just also judging people too. Like, I think everybody's judgmental. Gen Zs, millennials, boomers,
Yeah.
everyone.
I think everyone is judgmental too.
Gen X, right, is like the young,
I don't even know. Oh, right, the new
Gen
Alpha?
Gen Alpha?
Isn't it Gen Alpha? Is it not?
I keep forgetting the names of these.
Generations?
Yeah, I can't. But I can't keep up. I mean, I guess it's not that hard to keep up
Yeah.
with, but it's not really that important to me. Everyone is judgmental in their own ways. And Gen Zs also, even if they're woke, it's like they're judging us too. They're judging older people as well for like how they live and like, why didn't you do this? Why don't you do that? But
What you said actually made me realize that, yes, all generations are actually judgmental, or just as judgmental. But the difference, I think, is the reasoning as to like why they're judgmental, or like what they judge about.
like, I guess the boomers will judge us for not living the same life that they
Yeah.
did, or like basically not following the same footsteps as they did. And I guess we judge them for how they live and like
How
I'm
they
not-
think that
Yeah.
is the better way, or that
yeah,
could be
because it's always a comparison
Right.
of like how they live and how we live. And like when I was your age, it was this and this and this. But
Yeah.
then really, we're living completely different lives in like completely different times. Like,
or not live up to their expectations, or not be hardworking the same way that they think hardworking is. Because I think that the older generations, and honestly, correct me if I'm wrong, because I'm not part of that generation, so I wouldn't be able to say, but these are just my thoughts as a millennial, someone who's not part of that
Observations.
generation. Yeah. I would think that the older generation's definition of hard work is like, you go to your 9 to 5 job, you do it whether you want to or not, because it's like you gotta work to survive or to live. And then I think for the millennials, it's more of like, yeah, I could do that job, but then is it really what I want to do? Is it my dreams? And correct me if I'm wrong also. I think I'm just talking as my own millennial, because for me, I think that's been something that I've struggled with for like such a long time, because I never really knew what I wanted to do. Until now, I don't really know what I want to do.
but then that's okay though, because I think most of us feel the same way. Even if we are working 9 to 5s as millennials, it's like you basically live a completely different life. You're like, your job is your job. It's not your life. You know, I think most of us, some of us us are really like work is life. But then for me, that's really not the way to go. I mean, there was probably a point in my life where I was kind of like that. I was a corporate slave, is what they would say, which is where like the hustle culture trauma, it's like everywhere, I feel like, in our lives. I think we have a lot of people in our lives that are like that. And it's like, I saw this video, okay, of this girl talking about a book by, I think her name was Celeste Headley. I can't remember the name of the book.
And that would have helped.
Yeah, I think it's something like Do Nothing or Doing Nothing or something like that.
Oh my God, I have a shirt that says that.
Really?
Yeah, my mom got it for me. She was like, look, Trace, I got you a shirt with your favorite hobby. And I was like, rude.
I was like,
I wear it all the time.
I've never seen you wear it. Yeah, there was this book written by Celeste Headley called Doing or Do Nothing. It's basically where she talks about how our species, not even like our generation, our species has developed a, what do you call this? Not defense mechanism.
A coping mechanism?
Coping mechanism, a hedonic treadmill, or the hedonic treadmill.
Oh, okay.
Apparently what that is the coping mechanism that we've built in ourselves. If something bad happens, our happiness just goes back to a certain level where it was before the traumatic or bad thing happened. Like it regulates.
Okay.
Like it's basically
it
fooling
resets,
yourself.
But not?
Apparently it resets. But then that's the thing. That's the catch, apparently, because it goes both ways. So if there's also something good that happens, like let's say you get a raise from your job, or you buy a new house or a new car, or even as small as, I don't know, getting something that you want, your mind subconsciously regulates itself to go back to that level of happiness where it was before the thing that happened. That's what I got from it. So basically, you're never satisfied.
Oh, okay. I was so confused.
Yeah, it's basically like, it's just a fancy way of saying we're never satisfied as a species. I forget who she said this, but the human is the only animal that gets hungrier when they're fed. Apparently that's from...
It's almost it's always wanting more and more, though. It's like when you get to that point, then you're going to want to go higher and higher to wherever.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So I feel like in our different generations, I think that our generations before us experienced it more heavily than we did, or that we do right now. Because I feel like millennials are more exposed and more aware, and correct me if I'm wrong also though, but I just feel like that we're more aware of how we want to live, I guess, or no, could be different for everyone.
But then I don't think that idea or that theory is necessarily a bad thing, because then, okay, if you always want more and more, then that's where then you have drive, you have the ambition. It's also bad to not have the want to be better, because then you're going to be content. Because if you're really content, then you're going to stay exactly where you are, right?
Yeah,
or
that's true.
Exactly where you were. You're not going to move. Static, right?
Productivity is a good thing, because I think that's where we find most satisfaction, is being productive, but then not necessarily that your goals are so big, or that, small things matter too. Like,
dude, it's the small things.
Exactly. It's the small things
that, really, some things are super tiny moments along the way, super tiny like memories, but they make so much of like
an impact.
Yeah, they make so much of an impact way.
Like you could have this one small thing happen to you now, and like you'll remember it for the rest of your life. Even if it was small, to you it wasn't, like it's also about perspective, Some people define small and big things differently. Yeah. Let's say you ate a really good orange today.
Yeah.
It's my favorite fruit.
Oh, is it?
Yeah. So if I eat a really good orange that day, it's like, it stays with me for a while. Like, oh, seedless, it's so juicy, so sweet. It's great. And like, I find that a win. And it makes me feel good all day. Like little things like that.
But then I guess because you've also learned to appreciate like the small things in life too.
That too. Definitely.
Because I think we all should, honestly. It's those little sprinkles of good. Because sometimes, there's so many times where you're not just going to have like a fantastic ass day. That's not going to happen like all the time, right? A lot of days, you're going to have some bad days, some regular days. And I think those little bits of, good little memories that you sprinkle along the way, that could really like help.
Yeah. It's like you ask me, or like you ask someone like, are you happy? And it's like they answer like, no, I'm not. Like maybe if somebody asked me that and I'm having a really bad day, of course, like, no, I'm not happy. Yeah. I'm not happy. But then it's not that I wasn't happy the whole day. There might have been a little
Yeah.
like pocket there where I was happy, but then most of it was bad.
Yeah, I don't think when people ask, "Are you happy?" I don't think they mean like at this exact
Of course not.
moment.
Yeah, of course not.
I think it's more of like, you know, generally.
In general, yeah, for sure.
This
But
is actually had a conversation very similar to this with one of my friends recently. We were talking about how when people ask her if she's happy, she's never really like sure exactly how to respond to it, because it's like, yes, she is happy, but at the same time it feels like it's like a hole or something missing, and she can't quite like grasp what that is that's missing. But it's like she's not sad, but she also can't say like she's happy, which I completely get, because I think that a lot of days I kind of feel that way. Like I'm not sad. Like, am I happy? I'm not really also. Like, I'm okay.
Yeah.
So I think when
I'm
people
fine.
ask like, yeah, like, how are you? Like, I'm okay. I'm okay. Because I mean, well, I'm not fucking ecstatic. I'm okay.
like,
Yeah.
I'm happy as hell.
Yeah. I'm having a great day.
Yeah,
You know, like,
it's not always like
good for
that.
you. Yeah.
Yeah, that's the thing. Like, it's definitely not like you're happy all the time, but then you have those moments, and it's not like you're sad all the time. Also, you have those moments.
But then, you know, I think even like what we could see as just a little bit happy, put it in like someone else's like brain, someone else's soul. They could think that for them, that's like such a happy moment for them. So it is also all about perspective, or
Exactly.
you know, relative to this and that and all
Everything
that.
is really all about
Yeah,
perspective,
it
huh?
always is. Yeah,
Yeah.
dude, definitely.
It's like we can relate everything we talk about to perspective. It's just how it is.
What is it about perspective?
Whenever you say perspective, it just reminds me of school when I had to draw perspectives.
What? Oh,
Yeah,
I was
there
like,
we go.
what?
Yeah, yeah. It's like, okay, 2-point perspective, 3-point perspective, 1 point. Was there 3? I forget.
what is it like
But
on
yeah.
like the axis is right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So there would be 3 also.
There
I
is
would think.
3 right now. Sorry. My brain is not braining right now. It's really not.
I'm just imagining like in SketchUp,
Ah,
the
yeah.
XYZ.
Yeah. Exactly that. The way you're moving it, that's how it moves on
That's how
SketchUp.
it moves.
And then the man standing there or the woman standing there.
She,
For
like,
scale.
no matter where you move, she's always looking at you.
Yeah, but
Kind
you're
of like the
flat.
Mona Lisa.
But she has no eyes.
Yeah, but then no
And
matter
always
how
looking
you
at you.
rotate, she's always facing you, right?
I know. It's like that with a lot of things, though.
Yeah, but then for
Like
Mona
a-
Lisa,
there
that
at
was
one-
like, it was different for that one, because supposedly the way he made it was like, it was different, like his technique with like light and all that, where it seemed like her eyes would still follow you.
Because there was a picture of Zac Efron before that I was looking at, and he was always looking at me wherever I went. It's like, whoa.
Did you really just compare like the Mona Lisa to Zac Efron?
I'm comparing the
Girl.
picture.
Oh, sorry.
I'm comparing the picture of the eyes looking at you all the time.
It really is all about perspective, guys.
I still haven't seen his new movie.
Wait, whose new movie? Oh,
Zac
yes.
Efron.
Yeah. Sorry.
It's recording, right?
It is. Sorry. That was
Okay.
so high pitched, but yeah, it is.
It's not moving, my good.
It is.
Oh,
3.4.
the red thing isn't moving. That's the
Yeah,
thing.
because it's at the tip.
Ah, just a tip. Okay, maybe we should
Just
close
a
it out.
tip. We can get it if we try. Just a tip.
Just testing. Where are you going?
Oh, I don't know.
What the fuck? We have to say bye.
Anyway, I think that's all the ramblings of these millennials.
I guess stay true to yourself.
Yeah, stay true to your generation.
I don't believe in that.
Why should you, right? You always think outside the box,
Yeah.
right? Or leave the box.
Yeah, leave the box for
Yeah.
sure. Like, don't stay where you or where
Yeah.
people think you should be staying in.
Some people think the box is like a full scale height wall. Could be a fence.
Right.
You can hop over that shit.
Perspective.
Perspective.
Yeah.
Yes, and exactly perspective.
It could be just a step.
Dude, it could even be tape on the floor. Like, you know those like court
It's
markings?
just flat.
Yeah.
It's just
Dude,
flat. Just don't hinder yourself from, I guess, exploring the different possibilities of your life and
Yeah.
this and that. That
And no
is
matter
all.
what we said, honestly, we're all the same. Gen Z, millennial, whatever generation. Nobody is really better. I think that each generation just wants to say that, oh, we're better, they're better. But at the end of the day, dude, we're all people.
That's
We're
right.
all just trying to live every single day. We don't know what to do. Our parents probably don't know what to do sometimes.
Yeah,
It's
they're
it's-
living their
yeah.
lives just like we are, you know, like
Dude, they're figuring
They're on
it
their
out
first
every
life.
day. Yeah.
like they don't know.
Or I guess depends on what religion you believe in, right?
That too.
Depends.
or like if you believe in souls and the
Yeah, or if you
afterlife,
believe in
and
like
everything.
reincarnation, all that.
That's for another day.
Yeah, because I think that is all for this episode.
I think so too.
And again, I'm Tracy.
And I'm Anne, and catch us next week on Wednesday.
Don't forget to like and subscribe if you want to. We don't force here.
Yep. Bye.
See ya. Woo. It is
hot.
All that laughing.